Hey you, welcome back to Mick. It's your favorite Aussie tea drinker, Jack here, giving you some more stories on the internet. Here is today's delicious bundle for you. I hope you enjoy. Story time codes are in the description down below, of course. Remember to like this video, otherwise I will crush your esophagus. Yeah, these spleens aren't selling as much on the market now. Anyway, shut down, sit up, and enjoy the video. This story's a big one. Am I the a-hole for not wanting my boyfriend to attend his friend's wedding and bachelor party? The friend getting married is basically a huge thorn. My boyfriend fails to stand up for himself and assert his place in the friend group, and instead just allows what happened. Not only has said friend called me some distasteful names and made some unruly comments behind my back, but my boyfriend, apparently, didn't say anything in defense. His reaction is more of an, "Oh no, she's not like that at all, switch the subject" kind of reaction. In addition to, not only do I have my personal reasons such as fear of cheating, not knowing anyone, plus my social anxiety, and the fact that he, my boyfriend, knows a ton of people there, exes, old flings, and friends that think lowly of me. I know that he's going to non-stop talk about the good memories he has with them. Yes, even those relations he won't shut up about. One last thing is that he'll be with the bachelor table, probably dance with the bridesmaids he's paired with, and walk down the aisle with said bridesmaid while I'll be over at a table with a ton of random strangers. He's now constantly complains about not wanting to go since it's not his thing with social events, or us not having nor wanting to spend that much money on his friend's bachelor party, plus other expenses while there, and how his friend is a thorn, and that he is only using him as a middleman for weed, etc. Am I in the wrong here? I get that I'm jealous, but I have good reasons to be. Feel free to stalk my last post. Is it just me being a selfish thorn? God damn it. This time? Or am I just overreacting?
See, YouTube, don't demonetize me. I'm not saying the word. I'm saying thorn.
So I'm skeptical about a few pointers she's making in regards to her feelings here. With the assumptions she's making on her partner, I have to question, if he truly is behaving and thinking like this, why is he dating you? Surely he wants to be with you. But look, let's reserve our judgment first. I want to read this next story to see where it goes. This, based on my research, is the post she's referring to regarding stalking her, posted in the subreddit Love After Porn, a sub for people whose partners are porn addicts. I've been cheated on before by him. He's texted other girls using an online persona, and when I caught him, he didn't register it as cheating, but chalked it up to where he views it the same as viewing porn, since it's not technically cheating because it's online. At this point, we established that texting others should be a given that it is cheating. He apologized and promised it would never happen again. Months later, it's our 1-year anniversary and close to Valentine's. I'm over here trying to make those days special, customizing gifts to commemorate our relationship. At the end of February, I found out he had cheated on me during the end of January till the last days of February when I finally caught him. This time there was no online persona. He actually talked about me to them, telling them that I'm just a girl he talked to, but we aren't talking anymore. He even revealed his name to some of the girls. He wants me to give him one last chance since he finally hit rock bottom when I tried breaking up with him, and that he sees clearly now that he has an addiction. My heart doesn't want to leave him, but my mind and mental state just had enough. I can't keep trying and hoping anymore that he won't break me again and won't cheat. I can't keep worrying about what will happen. What is he doing? Is he cheating on me anymore? Almost all my relationships I've had were toxic, and I honestly thought this time, maybe it's finally my turn to have good luck and finally be happy and loved. I honestly thought that he was the one. I have bipolar disorder. It's hard enough as it is letting go, but I honestly can't do it anymore. I'm numb. I tried my damned hardest too. So basically it was a vent post. Just somewhere she needed to get this off her chest. With that new information received, what's your opinion now? Weirdly enough, everyone in the comments thinks she's the a-hole. Everyone sucks here. He openly flirts and knows this hurts your feelings, but you need to just leave. Doing him attending this wedding will not stop him being the a-hole. You are allowing this behavior by staying. If everything you've said is the God's honest, you need to get the frick out of there. AITA come across as very controlling. If you don't trust him, then you shouldn't be with him. Yeah, okay, based on your post history, you need to drop this guy. He has done it twice to you now, and you've stayed. So my money is on that. He does something inappropriate or outside your relationship boundaries at the bachelor party and begs you back again. You're the a-hole to yourself.
Yeah, look, it's a really harsh way of saying it, but yes, you need to leave.
I know. Look at me. For once agreeing with people on the internet, immediately telling the OP to break up with their partner. Be honest though, with the first part of the story, were you immediately thinking Yatar without the regard of her own safety in the relationship? Because personally, I felt it was a rather biased story. With her having social anxiety, and her just not seeming to trust her partner, nor really rely on him as someone to have her back, it did sort of come across as if she was making rather assumptions about her partner's character just because of her own insecurities. But what do you know, he's actually someone who's proven to be completely unreliable in the past. It's missing info like that that can make these stories hard to properly judge. But regardless, I do think Yatar. Just in regards to your own benefit. Look, yeah, he'll change one day, but not if you keep letting him get away with it. He has to lose you. He has to learn that there are consequences. Next story's a throwaway. Am I the a-hole for getting someone into debt? I'm a 15-year-old female, and I have 3 friends. Joy, Rosie, and Hanny, all 15 too. Well, Hanny will be 15 this Saturday. We all bonded over not having great parents. Not a great thing to bond over, but, well, I think it's important to mention that. A few days ago, Hanny got sick with a stomach flu, so we all started to check on her through our group chat. And 2 days ago, Hanny texted us, telling us she was in lots of pain. Her parents weren't at home. They never do anything anyway. Both Joy and Rosie happened to be close to her home, so they went to see her, and from what I know, she wasn't okay. Now, Rosie is extremely emetophobic, and I wouldn't trust Joy with a pet rock, but they handled it well. Then I came over too and brought some things. We all have been taking care, I promise. Hanny wasn't getting better at all, and we were watching a movie when she started crying. She was literally sobbing and breathing was fast. Emetophobia is the fear of vomiting, just in case you were wondering. We didn't know what to do, and none of us can drive, so Joy called an ambulance. Turns out her appendix exploded or something like that. The hospital obviously called her parents, who are now upset because we got them into debt. They are extremely wealthy, so money has never been an issue at all for them, but they are upset. Our parents are too. Joy even got punished and doesn't have her phone right now, and now we all feel super bad, but we don't know what to do in that moment. Like, are we the a-holes?
You threw your friend into hospital because you didn't know what to do. Calling up emergency services.
And then leaving her parents to deal with the bill? Like, what?
Who the hell are you? Some decent friend and human being who cares about their friend's life? Next you're gonna tell me that it's wrong to pretend my friends are trees when I go woodcutting. Ridiculous. Let's see what the comments say.
Not the a-hole. Burst appendixes can literally kill a person. You saved your friend's life. You did a really good thing, and you should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, you saved your friend's life. If you get punished by your parents for that, you can honestly show them the middle finger and tell them you value human life, especially those of your friends, like Natar, and keep your head held high for being able to be regional in an emergency and call an ambulance. Yeah, so obviously Natar in this situation, they literally saved their friend's life.
I really hope that Hanny's parents come onto this subreddit so they can ask a question and we can judge the hell out of them.
Oh, that'll be fish in a barrel.
Next story by Alchemist Mist. Would I be the a-hole for asking our roommate to move out at the end of our lease? So basically, in November of last year, me, a 21-year-old non-binary, my girlfriend, 20-year-old female, and a friend of ours, a 19-year-old non-binary, moved into a small 2-bedroom together. For backstory, roommate was, in my understanding, a good friend of the girlfriend, and I knew them vaguely online. Think Instagram. We signed a 12-month lease, and the thing is, I'm already feeling awful in this living arrangement, and have been for a while. Roommate is a perfect housemate as far as practicality goes. Pays on time, cleans up after themselves, is quiet and keeps to themselves, and contributes to any household funds and duties, etc. But personality-wise, I just don't think we click. They're extremely quiet and don't talk much, and that makes it hard for me to read people. I honestly think they hate me and girlfriend sometimes. I didn't expect us all to be buddy-buddy, and of course I don't want to force them to get along with us. But I feel uncomfortable in my own home. Like I'm tiptoeing around them, not wanting to upset or anger them. But then again, they're just as quiet and non-expressive person, so I feel bad holding that against them. Now, the tension isn't the only thing. I just think that as a couple, it was a terrible idea to have a roommate anyway. We did it because we live in a place where rent is expensive and, it was easier with another person to split the price with. But it's actually not bad. We could pay just fine with a little more intuitive, I think. With a roommate, it's hard to be a couple. We don't want to make them uncomfortable with public displays of affection. And it's hard to make the place feel like home with an extra person's taste and space to think about. And if they were to move out, we could really make the place feel like our space. Recently, I've been gone for work purposes for a month, and I think the tension between roommate and my girlfriend have hit the roof. Girlfriend struggles with her mental health and hasn't been doing her part of the housework, like taking out trash and cleaning her mess, stuff normally I'm there to help with. A mutual friend recently let me know that roommate has been tweeting about their frustration with girlfriend. The thing is, I kind of side with them on it, because girlfriend isn't being a good housemate. But I'm also a little upset that roommate is tweeting about it, rather than bringing it up with us. So after all this, I want to let them know that come November this year, I want to renew the lease, but just for me and girlfriend, and ask them to move out so we can live together. Or, alternatively, state that we will be moving into a place for just the two of us, so they need to find new roommates. But I feel bad also because I know that they are studying at university here, and if they can't find friends to move in with or somewhere else to go, they may not have options. I don't want to leave them without a place to go, but I also don't see anything else to do, as I don't think anything going our separate ways will help. So, whoopata if I told roommate that I want them to find someone else to live with. I've personally got some thoughts on everyone sucking here, but let's see what the comments say. No a-holes here. Have a talk with them about this ASAP. Talk among the three of you what you want to do, because the current situation is not ideal for you. Don't pass blame or anything, just put in a matter-of-fact way. Ask what they want to do. Stay and find new roommates, or move when the lease is over and talk it out. Nah, it's just you who's fine. Tell roommate that you and your partner are going to get a place together. Plain and simple. But y'all are adults and need to act accordingly. Everyone involved is being passive-aggressive, and that is no way to go about your lives. That is basically the consensus, just talk it out. But my thoughts on everyone sucking here is based on that idea where everyone is, being passive-aggressive to each other. You're all equally doing a level of problematic things in the household that is ruining the experience for all of you. I guarantee they are picking up your discomfort about whether or not you can show enough affection in the house, or even make the place feel like yours with them around. Can also guarantee they feel totally alienated from you both. And adding on to their natural introverted persona, it just doubles their likelihood of just being an awkward turtle around the household. Now, their passive-aggressive behavior totally makes them an a-hole here, especially tweeting it out to everyone. They're basically ranting about your partner behind their back. It's just immature. But your justification for this person is purely based on how you are feeling about them. Like, they haven't actually said or behaved in any way that is hostile towards you. It seems the only behavior they are showing is something you can't bounce with. And I don't want to accuse you of being egotistical, but they're not obligated to be more social just to make you more comfortable. It's a house they're sharing rent in. You're not co-workers on a group project. But regardless of these thoughts, the end matter is, yes, you just need to talk together. If you think I'm wrong, feel free to comment down below. For now, let's stop rambling and move on to the next story. By Immortal Fox. Am I the a-hole for being concerned about my girlfriend buying a brand new 2021 Mazda? I'm a 21-year-old male, and I've been with my girlfriend, who's a 20-year-old, for just over 2 years now. And while we've had our fair share of issues, I love her, and truly see a future with her. However, we have different viewpoints on money, and has been a point of contention between us before. I grew up not destitute, but not exactly living a life of luxury. My parents sold drugs. My grandparents were one major illness away from losing their house, especially with the added burden of having to take care of me and my sister. My girlfriend, on the other hand, has lived a comfortable life. Well, not a 1% life, but a speeding tickets are a minor inconvenience comfort, if you understand. Until recently. On to the main part of the story. Last week, My girlfriend had been hinting that she was going to reveal something after she got back from work trip. She does property maintenance work, and I, being an impatient mother flipper, kept guessing at what it was until she revealed she had gone out and bought a brand new 2021 Mazda Speed 3 at over $32,000.
Canadian, to be precise.
I was floored. We do have separate finances. We don't live together. She lives with her parents and I live with my dad. I have my own sets of bills that she doesn't involve herself with, and vice versa. But merely a week prior, we had been discussing potentially getting a place together, as her family's apartment is getting cramped, and I have my own issues with my household. Look, anyways, after telling me about her purchase, she proceeded to describe it as an impulsive purchase, and that completely threw me. A $32K impulse purchase, and the fact that she planned to just spring this on me? At this point, to make this as fair as I can with my biased perspective, the end price that she's making payments on is closer to $20K, as she traded in her current car, a 2010 Mazda 3, and had a down payment ready. I have a well-known problem of being unable to stay grounded in the moment, so my responses ended up coming across as standoffish and unexcited about her new car, which upset her, and she now feels like I'm unexcited for her and her new purchase. My issue is that if she's making impulsive purchases of this size now, when we're still young and not making much money in our respective fields or having actual careers yet, what happens when we do have money? Is she just going to make another impulse purchase down the road of $40K and be like, surprise, as it gets dropped off in the driveway? It kind of kicked off a series of what-if questions in my head, and so I've been off and not very talkative. So today, she questioned me about why I haven't been very supportive or excited about the car, and I told her, it's not that I'm not excited, but making a self-described impulse buy of over $32K, and the fact that she was just gonna spring it on me and not even mention it to me before showing up with it when she got back was not a good look. Her main response was, I'm not stupid, I've got a plan, and we left it at that. Am I the a-hole? People's thoughts. You don't live together, you are not married. She is free to make any purchases she wants with her money. She is financing her own car. She doesn't need your input. You are overthinking this, in my opinion. At least she has now reliable transportation for the years to come. You're both fine. OP is concerned about long-term financial compatibility. The partner spent their own money to buy a car. No problem. But one worrying line is this. People invested in each other for the long term discuss their plan even if they nominally keep finances separate. No, you're an a-hole. You don't live together. You don't have any shared finances. You're not married or engaged. What she does with her money has absolutely nothing to do with you. I'd have to say this story's a mixed bag, but overall, not the a-hole. Why would I think she's kind of the a-hole in this scenario? Well, because I think she's portraying a lot of ignorance here. Clearly, they've had conversations in the past where he is rather skeptical about spending a lot of money so freely. And if she had an inkling of self-awareness, she'd be aware of his lack of privilege compared to hers with money. Though, of course, maybe this was, in her mind, an investment into their relationship. Maybe it's, in a way, for them. Maybe she is aware of the fact he couldn't really buy something as impulsive as this, and so by her doing it for him, he can experience this lifestyle, like a rich friend shouting your meal at a fancy restaurant. Does that still justify the crazy purchase? Look, I'm going to say yes, sort of, because she clearly knew what she was doing bargain-wise with trading in her old car, putting a down payment on, and it clearly sounds like she'd be using it a lot for work. Property maintenance does require a lot of driving, but I still think Nata because she could have executed this a bit better, and the OP's concerns were genuinely in the right place, though getting a bit frantic with those what-if questions, I'll have to say that. Now, of course, I do leave it up to you, though. Personally, I don't think I'd ever end up buying a brand new car myself in my life. The fact they can lose 20% of their value the moment you drive them off the lot, that just scares me too much. I'll stick to 5-year-old secondhands, thank you. Seriously though, what are you getting in a 2021 model? Ooh, a touchscreen, wowee! You can't even use it while driving. No, seriously, fun fact, in Australia, they legally have to be programmed that they cannot be accessible to touch when you are driving. Like, you want to pay an extra $15,000 for a feature that you can do with your phone anyway. I don't know, man. I don't get it. Hope you enjoyed today's stories. Nonetheless, yes, end of the video. I'm probably already put the title screen up anyway. Hope you enjoyed your time here today. And look, if you're this far in, you've clearly enjoyed yourself, which means you gotta like the video now. That's okay if you don't, though. I mean, My stomping foot's itching a little bit. It would be a real shame if it came and said hello. If you're new to my channel, welcome! Hello! You're likely from MK. That's really the only way my channel gets traffic at this point. Nonetheless, I'm very happy to see you. Hello, I love your face. Anyway, this is an extremely unnecessarily long outro. Thank you again for watching. Seriously, thank you so much. My name has been Jack, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.